2 weeks ago, we were talking about The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker for the GameCube. Because all of a sudden, people were like, this game's dumb, and then they found a really cool glitch, which lets you skip a very famous barrier. I think we all know what we're talking about here. I mean, in The Wind Waker HD, it was a gigantic thing when that was found. Basically, barrier skip. Which is like the barrier around Hyrule Castle. They managed to skip that now, which was never possible in this game. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, whoa, The Wind Waker for the GameCube exists? And now everybody is running the game again.
It's so crazy what's happened. It's so crazy what's happened within the last couple of months in like all the freaking Zelda games. Skyward Sword, like down by what? 2 hours, 2.5 hours? No, 2 hours pretty much. Wind Waker used to be 3 hours and 53 minutes or something. Now we're down to 1 hour and 15 minutes. This is faster than Majora's Mask now. It used to be one of the longest runs ever, like in the entire Zelda franchise, and this is faster than Majora's Mask now. No one would have ever believed that this would ever happen, but it happened.
It's the crazy thing as well. Not speedrun.com, yeah? This is like the gathering place for all runs. In the first ever serious record by the looks of it, which was 4th, started at 2 hours and 51 minutes. That was 17 days ago. Then it jumped to 1 hour 49 minutes. Then it jumped. The next jump is not that big. Was Gymnast brought it from 1 hour, brought it to 1 hour 48 minutes 38 seconds. So that's like 22 second save. Not that significant. And then Demon came around the corner and brought that to 1 hour and 15 minutes and 20 seconds, cutting off a good 33 minutes and 18 seconds. Frick!
But
that is such a huge cut.
It has a downside. The entire new route has a downside. You know, you know the Wind Waker HD run, right?
Yeah.
Where you have to do that hover in the end, then drop a bomb.
The fairy hover?
Yeah, exactly, the fairy hover. You have something very similar in this game now.
For the people who don't know, by the way, the fairy hover is basically what happens is when you beat Puppet Ganon and you need to get to Ganon on top of the tower, there's one last portion where you need the grappling hook, right? Or the hook shot?
Yeah.
And since you don't have it, because you basically skip it, you will have to get up there somehow. What they did in the Wind Waker HD for a very long time until they found a better alternative for it, which is more reliable, was they killed themselves, basically. And then they did something called zombie hovering, which is Link sort of escaping death, and by giving it X amount of inputs, with jump slashes, he will go up, 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 and that way you can get up to the place where you need to be. And what they had was a fairy floating around that area somewhere, and they would just initiate that zombie hover, and they couldn't really control it that well. They couldn't really steer it efficiently, so they just had to hope that the fairy would come by for the most part and save them, like hit them, so that if they would fall to the ground, that they would reanimate and could just continue instead of dying.
Yeah, that was the old strat.
That was the old strat in HD, but
yes.
What do they have now in...
They're doing a fairly similar thing you're seeing on SD right now. You know these sticky enemies. I don't know what they're called.
I think they're called morphs.
Could be. I don't know.
I want to know now.
So what they did in... if I remember correctly, what they do in Wind Waker HD is that they drop a bomb below them and kill one of those in order to drop a heart, and then fall into that heart in order to live again. But Wind Waker SD has no bombs at this point. So what they'll have to do is to shoot them with an arrow while doing a zombie hover.
Is that... I didn't even know that was possible. How? But you...
I have it up right now.
Bruh. But how? I mean, like, for the people who don't know, how many inputs was it again in order to even gain height?
11 inputs minimum per second. Optimally, you're at 15 inputs per second. 9 and 10 inputs per second keeps you at the same height. So you see him like hovering there, gaining some what's it called, like
height?
A higher value on the x-axis, and there for a short moment you saw it. Hold on, I'm gonna slow that down now.
Oh, I see it. I see. And people thought, like, back when in the Wind Waker HD, when everybody ran that, and it was actually popular, because it's not super popular at the moment, thanks to SD, the GameCube version, that trick with the fairy, and even when they used those morph things, I don't know if it's called a morph, I couldn't find it, by the way. Even when they used those, it was still pesky and very RNG heavy and annoying. But this beats it. My lord, this is such an insane skill shot as well.
So yeah, the funny thing is, hold on, I'm trying to go frame by frame, but YouTube's
You shouldn't do that on YouTube. You should just put it at its slowest setting and just loop it back again, because it will just start loading and loading and loading. You don't do that with YouTube. It doesn't like it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Never do that. Just put it on slow and just click back to the beginning portion and do that. Because if you click too much, it will get confused. Wow, it's such an insane skill shot.
I know.
It doesn't even have the time to, like... the game doesn't even have the time to fully comprehend. Like, even pull up the right menus completely. Like, they just shift in for, like, 3, maybe 2 frames and they're gone.
And then you still have to hope that the heart drops in the right place.
Oh yeah, that you can even get it. And do they always drop one?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my lord.
And
well,
you see
everybody...
the time save there. He saved 20 minutes. He needed 20 minutes last time in order to get that shot.
My lord. Tons of practice and we get somewhere, my lord.
Oh yes. Oh boy. I think he didn't even do it perfectly there. Like, I don't even want to know for how long. Oh yeah, no, he tried for quite some time.
Oh really?
Yeah, like he tried for like 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, I can see what you mean. Oh.
This is just crazy.
So there's even a bigger time save coming ahead. You know what? I'm gonna be bold. I think I was bold 2 weeks ago, but I'm still gonna be bold.
All right.
Sub 1 hour. A month.
Oof. Could be.
I think they can do sub 1 hour in a month if they keep this pace up.
I'm pretty sure there was a new barrier skip setup found a few hours ago, which is faster and more consistent. So it can happen.
Anybody would ever expect like sub 1 hour on The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker for the GameCube? Nobody ever expected it. Everybody thought it was dead.
Yeah.
No barrier
skip. It was dead
skip
for the longest time.
Yeah, like basically the Wind Waker HD came out, barrier skip was found, everybody was hyped, played that for 1 million hours. Linkus and Gymnast jumped on top of that like a bunch of maniacs and did back-to-back records basically for that game for quite an extended period, like 3 months or so. It was basically every week or 2 weeks you would see a new Wind Waker HD record.
Yeah.
From either of the two. And now this will probably, although I haven't seen Linkus jump in on this yet.
Like, no, he's still sticking on HD. Or sticking
really?
to HD, yeah.
Then I think it's going to be a bit of a, hopefully, a bit of an interesting fight between Demon Gymnast and Ian Miles.
Oh, Miles is back on it as well as again?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, he's on the 3rd time. He has 1 hour 49. Gymnast 1 hour 48:38. And Demon 1 hour 15:20.
Demon is crazy. He's always been crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Demon has... Demon has a lot of records in this category.
Yeah.
100% he's on second. Low percent he's on first. Any percent no actor unloading he's on first. Any percent he's on first.
And this game is so hard to run.
Din's Pearl is he's second. Early Master Sword he's first. Master Sword he is fourth. 100% all menu he doesn't have a run. 14 keys doesn't even have a run. Any percent with moon jump no run as well. But a lot of the main big categories is in at least. He has in all of them one or two. He's either the first or second.
This is just... What?
Crazy man.